This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we were talking about the operators that are available, and we also understood how to use those operators. So today we shall understand about flow controlling statement or conditional statements. So what these statements are going to do? These statements are going to change the flow of a program. Okay, for example, in our day-to-day life, we have seen certain things, right? So people are walking here. So if you are entering a mall, right? So what happens? There are two deviations which goes like this. One for female and one for male. If the person is female, they have to take this. If the person is a male, they have to take this route. You might
Hey
have
Vikas,
seen,
sorry for interruption.
yeah,
I can't see your screen.
okay, sorry. Thanks, Sheila.
No problem.
Okay, see, when you are entering a mall, right? So you'll be walking, everyone will be walking. But when it comes to an entrance, so the queue gets divided into two wings. One is female, one is male, right? If the person is female, they have to take this route. If the person is male, they have to take this route. Even in an airport check-in, right? So everyone will enter it through a normal gate itself. But when it comes to a check-in point, right? So female takes the other route, whereas male takes the other route. As male takes the other route. Listen, you have noticed this. So what is happening here? The flow is getting deviated based on certain condition. Based on certain condition. What is the condition here? Male and female. Okay, hey, if you are a male, hey, go in this way. Hey, if you are a female, go in that way. Right? So that is what going to happen in our day-to-day life, what we have seen. So similarly, okay, so there are things which is going to happen even in our program as well, even in our program as well. So now we shall see how to control the flow in our programs. To control the flow in a program, we have different statements. If else, and else if conditional statements. Okay, so we have if else, and else if conditional statements. Now let us understand one by one. Okay, I will write a syntax of if first. If condition. So now what will happen? Let us see this. See, what is a condition? Most of the people have that confusion. It is very easy. Condition means an expression, an expression which returns Boolean, which returns Boolean. Condition is an expression which returns what? Boolean. Okay. So now tell me, what is a condition? It's an expression which returns Boolean. Any expression, right? Whatever the expression you want, you write it. But it should return you the Boolean value. Either Boolean means what? Either true or false. Means your condition can be like this. 5 greater than 6. because this returns as boolean, true or false. Okay, if the condition is true, then the code whatever written inside these brackets will work. If the condition is false, then the code written inside this bracket will not work. Understood, everyone? So when does the code written inside the braces will work? If the condition is true. If the condition is false, the code written inside this braces is not going to work. Okay. Now, let us see one small example. New job project. Complex static void main string array. Now, let us take one small example. So, there is a party hall. So, everyone are entering to a party hall. So, everyone will enter to a party hall. In the party hall, what they are doing, if the person who is entering to the party hall is a kid or a child, so what they are doing is they are giving one balloon to that kid. So what they are doing, they are giving one balloon to the kid. So after receiving the balloon, kid also will enter. For adults, they are not giving the balloon. So now tell me, who are entering to the party hall? Everyone. Everyone enters the party hall. Who are getting the balloon? Kids. Kids are getting the balloon. Okay, but everyone are entering the party hall. Okay, so now here we need to satisfy one condition. If the person is a kid, we should give him a balloon. That's it. No other means no other check is required. Okay, so now let us come and see that. Now let me take one variable int age is equals to something like this. If age less than 10, give balloon. Okay, so now let us give the age as 6. So what is the age? 6. 6 less than 10? Yes. What is the condition? True or false? Yes, the condition is true. If the condition is true, then the code written inside this braces is going to execute. Now let us run this. See, give balloon. The code written inside the braces is executing. Then it comes out of the braces and executes the rest of the lines. Now what I do, I will make the age as 16. Now age is 16. 16 less than 10, condition is false. If the condition is false, the code written inside this braces will not work. Let's see that. See, give balloon is not working. Allow to enter the party hall. Okay, so we can assume that the person is not a kid, is an adult. Clear? So whenever there is only one condition need to be checked, okay, so then we can make use of if condition statement. Then we make use of what? If condition statement. Clear everyone? Any doubt on this? Next, we have if else. So I will tell code A, I will tell code B. So here condition means again the same Boolean expression. Okay. If the condition is true, then the code A will execute. If the condition is false, then the code B will execute. Okay, if the condition is true, code A will execute. If the condition is false, code B will execute. Okay, so condition is true means code A. If condition is false means code B is going to get executed. Either this or that. Here it is like this. Okay, so how the if else condition is going to work? Hey, either you do this or you do that. Okay, don't do the both. Okay, don't do either you or you do the other based on what condition. If condition is true, go into the if body and execute. If condition is false, then go to the else body and execute. When the condition is true, don't execute the else body. When the condition is false, don't execute the if body. Clear? So this how the if else condition is going to work. Okay. Okay. So now what I will do, I will take one variable int number is equals to 10. So now we need to tell whether this number is a odd number or a even number. It can never be both, right? Either odd or even. So what we shall do, we shall write a condition if num mod 2 equal to 0 means when I divide the number, if the remainder is 2, then I will tell is a even number. Else what I will tell is a odd number. So now let us run this, telling even number. Why? Because 10 mod 2 will be 0. Why? Because 10 is completely divisible by 2. So then it is telling even number. Now let us make it as 55. See, it is telling odd number. Why? Because 55 mod 2, the remainder is 1. So condition failed. If the if condition failed, then it comes and executes the else block. Okay. See here, there is only if condition, there is no else block. Okay. So only if the condition is true, it will do this. Okay. Other things it will do even though condition is true or false. But here, this particular line of the code will execute only if the condition is false. This particular line of the code will execute only if the condition is true. Clear? So this is how the if else condition statement is going to work. Clear? Do you have any doubt on this, guys? Then we have else if condition statement. Boss, why do we need a else if conditional statement? If there are multiple conditions need to be checked, hey, is he a male? Yes, okay. Is he a female? So here there is nothing much to be taken in consideration, right? So either two condition, male or female. But in some situations, we'll encounter into come and see multiple things. Like, so is this student scored more than 90%? Okay. Is the person scored more than 80%? Okay. Is the person scored more than 70%? So is the person scored more than 60%? Right? So we are checking what in which category does the student falls under. Is he above 90 or above 80, 70 or 60 or 50, whatever, right? So in those situations, we need multiple conditions to be checked. Okay, for that, we have else if condition statement. If condition A, else if condition B, else if condition C. Like this, you can keep on writing else if, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if condition, else if condition, else if condition. Thousand else if conditions you want, you can keep on writing. No one can stop you by that. Clear? At last, if you want, you can keep else, okay, or else you can skip this. It's an option. Okay. Code N. So if the condition A is true, code A will execute. If condition A is false, then only it will check for the condition B. If the condition A is true, it will not check for other conditions. Okay. So when does the condition B will be checked? Only if the condition A is true. Sorry, A is false. If the condition A is false, then it will check for the condition B. If the condition B is true, then it will execute the code B. Okay. Then it will not check for any other condition. Compiler will check for condition C only if condition A is false and condition B is false. Then only it will check for condition C. Okay. Compiler will check for condition D if all the three conditions A, B, C are false. Then only it will check for the condition D. Compiler will execute the else block only if all the conditions are false. If any one of the condition is true, then the else block is not going to execute. Again, I repeat, if condition A is true, compiler is least concerned about other conditions. So you might ask, hey Vikas, so condition A is true, condition B is true, condition C is also true. What will execute? only code A will execute, boss. Okay, why? Why? Because it will not check the other conditions. It will not check the other conditions. The control will come to condition B only if the condition A is false. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, no, it will not come. Clear? Now let us see this. Okay, let me take the percentage of a person. If percentage greater than 80, I will tell A grade. Else if percentage greater than 60, B grade. Else if percentage greater than 40, C grade. Else I'll tell D grade. So now what I do, I will give a percentage like this. And now let us see what will be the output. See, it is telling A grade. You might ask me, hey Vikas, see, percentage is 80, it is greater than 60 even. It is greater than 60 also. Why it is not telling B grade? Why it is not telling B grade? Because here condition A is true. The first condition itself is true. So if the first condition itself is true, it will not at all check for any other conditions. It will not at all check for any other conditions. Control will come to the second condition only if the first condition fails. Okay, only if the first condition fails. Now let us run it. See, now it is telling B grade. So percentage is 71. So 71 greater than 80. No, condition failed. So that is the reason it comes for the second condition. So now 70 greater than 60, yes. Condition B is true, or the second condition is true. So it will execute this and it will not check for any other conditions. Okay. Now let us make it like this. So 41, is it greater than 80? No, condition failed. Is it greater than 60? No, condition failed. Is it greater than 40? Yes, condition true. So it will execute this part of the code. Okay, now let us see that. See. Now I'll make 30. So condition 1 is false, condition 2 is false, condition 3 also will become false. Is there condition 4? No. Is there a else block? Yes. Okay, so it goes and executes the else block. See, clear? So let us remove the else block. Will it affect our program? No. So what happens if I run anything? Nothing. All these three conditions fail. There is nothing else to do. So it will not do anything. Clear? It will not do anything. Now what I do is I'll make it
Um,
80.
Sorry, did you say if there is no else block in the last, it won't give any output?
Yes. Why? Because there is nothing else to print, right?
Right,
If this first condition is true, it will print this. If second
right,
condition is true, it will print this. If third condition is true, it will print this.
right,
If none of the condition is true, what I have to do? The program asks that. Okay, you're not telling it to do anything. If you tell it to do something, it will do.
right.
If you won't tell it, it won't do. Okay?
Okay, so if you give 35, the percentage,
Hmm?
what will it'll be a blank screen? Nothing will be
Yes,
there?
nothing will
Oh,
come. See, I'm running it. I can open console also and show you. Okay?
oh, okay.
See, it's running,
Yeah,
but there is nothing to print. You can notice this red color button will blink.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah. Okay, thank you.
So now I will give 80. I'll give 80. See, what you tell me according to you, what should be 80? It should be A grade, right? It should be A grade. We know that. Okay, why? Because we are brilliant people, intelligent people. We know that 80 is a A grade.
Oh
Let
no,
us see
but
what
then
our program will tell.
but it says only if it is greater than 80, it is A grade.
Exactly, right? So this is what the logical mistakes we do in our code. You should be very careful whenever you are. See, this will not give you any compile time error. Clear? Because this is a logical mistake. When you were writing a code, you made a mistake. Clear? Right? So it will not think, so he's my fan. Okay, he's a Java fan. I should understand and I should rewrite this logic. No, computer will not think like that and rewrite the logic. It is the developer's responsibility to take care of the logical mistakes. Clear? So this is what the in the testing they call it as a boundary testing. Okay, so you should be able to test all these scenarios. You should be knowing what has to be tested properly. Okay, fine. Yeah, let me not get into testing in detail. So now let me make it greater than or equal to 80. Yes, we are getting A. So similarly, it has to be greater than or equal to 60, greater than or equal to 40. Understood? So you should be aware of logical mistakes, guys. Clear? If you do syntactical mistake, no issue. Compiler will give you left and right on spot. Okay? If you do some over attitude and if you miss something like this, it's a syntactical error. Compiler will not compile. You will come to know, okay, I am an idiot. I made a mistake. Okay, you will correct it. But if it is an logical error, no, compiler will never tell us that. Clear? Compiler will never tell us that. Clear? It is our responsibility. Clear? So whenever you are writing a code, you should analyze what I am writing here. Is it logically right? Syntactically right code, even if you train this kindergarten student, right? They also will write a syntactically proper code, but logically proper code. The code which is proper with respect to logic, only developers. You guys can write it. Understood? Clear? Fine. So you should make sure that whenever you are writing the code, it should be logically right. Clear, everyone? Do you have any questions on this, guys?
Can you put the codes in the chat box so we can copy it later? I'm trying to write the code, but I'm having the syntax error in the else and else if uh, conditions.
Is there a space between else and if?
Yeah,
So have you closed the brackets properly? Semicolon is there on the SOP statement above?
yeah, I did. And when I put my cursor in there, it says syntax error on the token. Else delete this token. So not sure what.
Are you writing it? Can you just paste your code on the chat window?
I'm doing on the other computer, so it's not in the same one.
Okay, yeah. So generally the mistakes will be something wrong in the condition or you might have not assigned a value to the variable percentage.
Hmm. So if I do that mistake, it will show me by the next to it. Like if I have the issue on line number 6, I should have the error in there, line number 6, right?
Yes.
But in the if else condition, I was having like if you remove all others, like keep only if and else condition, like line number 20, I'm having the error right there. So I have else, but for some reason it's asking me that.
You have else here.
No, I'm talking about the previous one, previous conditional statement, if else.
This one.
Yeah. So in the else,
Are you just check? Are you using double equal to?
yeah, I did.
Is
And
the code
for some reason, my like system dot out, this out not becoming blow. It's
S capital? S capital.
yeah, it's capital.
So then it should work. System.out.println should work.
Yeah, so that's why like I have to analyze what is the issues that I'm having. I have to take a look. So if you pass the code, then I can take a look at the
Yeah,
class.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Guys, I'll tell you one more. I just wanted to tell you this, but I just want you guys to practice it, but still, no problem. See, there are some shortcuts. Okay, there are many shortcuts, but I will not tell all of them now only because you people start using shortcuts instead of typing the code. Okay, please don't use shortcuts now only, but you should be knowing these shortcuts. See, if I want a main method, I will just type main. Then hold control and press a space bar. Okay, it will give you an option like this. Select main method and press enter. You will get a main method automatically. You need not to sit and type a main method. System.out.println syso syso control space. Okay, it will give you automatically. Again, I repeat, syso control space. Okay, it will give you system.out.println. Just type whatever you want. Just go ahead and run. Okay, so I think Masood was telling there is a problem with system.out.println. You can just tell syso control space. So your system.out.println will come automatically. But make sure everything is inside the main method and there is no error inside the main method. Okay. So everyone understood the else if conditional statements, guys. Do you have any questions or any queries related to this? So we have one more conditional flow controlling statement, not conditional, flow controlling statement. That is switch case. Okay, switch case. So let us go and see how to write a switch case. Okay, switch. Okay, I don't write it as an option. I write it as a token. Switch token case A colon case B colon small letter c. Okay, not capital one. case C colon. So similarly, thousands of cases you want, you can write, and you can also write a default case. If none of the cases are true, then it goes and executes the default case. Okay, let us see how to do this. See guys, let us go in this flow. There is an exhibition running. There is an exhibition running. There is a ticket of rupees 10, 50, 20. Okay, sure. Now, if you take an 100 rupees ticket, you can play Tora Tora, frog jump, giant wheel, and come out of the exhibition. If you take a 50 rupees ticket, you can play frog jump, giant wheel, and come out of the exhibition. If you take a 20 rupees ticket, you can play giant wheel and come out of the exhibition. So the person who takes 100 rupees ticket all, a person who takes 20 rupees ticket, he plays only giant wheel. A person who takes 50, he play frog jump and giant wheel. Because when you take a 50 rupees ticket, they will leave you from this gate. When you take a 100 rupees ticket, they will leave you from this gate. If you take a 20 rupees ticket, they will leave you from this gate. So there is no option for you to go back to the previous gate. Okay, so now let us come here. So how to type a main method? main control space. It will give the main method. Okay, you can declare a main method even in this way also. It is a string array only. Okay, not anything else. And token. Token you can give however you want or how much you want. Switch token. Case 100 until play Tora Tora case 50 frog jump case 20 agent wheel. Okay, now let us run this. See, play Tora Tora, frog jump, giant wheel. Because case 100, so control directly comes to this case. So now let us give it 50. See, control directly came to the second case. Okay, it is least considerable. First case failed because it is not 50. So control came here 50. So now let us give 20. Control directly came to the case 20. Okay. Now I will give 10. See, nothing is executing. So if you want, then default case. Then you can tell come. Okay. So this is an invalid token. You can't do anything. You can't play anything. You can just watch girls and come out of the exhibition. Right? Right. Understood? Fine. Fine. Sure. I'll just make it like this. Invalid token. Let it be. Fine. Clear. Why? Because this token is now I will give 100. See, play Tora Tora, Frog Jump, Giant Wheel, and Watch Girls. Even default is also getting executed. Whatever comes below, it gets executed. Clear? So now,
So when you put token is 100, how come it is
yes.
taking the 50 and 20 also? Because for 100 there should be only Tora Tora because the system out println is only Tora Tora.
Requirement now, that is your new requirement. Okay, that is what my next point is.
Oh,
Now
sorry.
this company exhibition owner will come. But the software what you have developed is working ultimately. No issues, no doubt, no confusion for me. But do you know what? I'm running for a loss. Because people taking 100 rupees ticket and they are playing everything. Okay? So person is taking 50 rupees ticket and playing giant wheel and everything. So I don't want the things to operate like this from now on. I want things to be changed. Right? See, a lot of companies, right, until they make name, they will give you a lot of options. Once they make a name popularity, they start putting a break here and there, right? So what we are going to do now, we are going to put a break. So now what will happen after executing this case, it is going to break, means it will come out of the switch. It will come out of the switch. Let us see that now. See, play Tora Tora and just exit. So what we are doing, we are putting a break. We are putting a break so that person will be not moving further. Now let us take 50. See, why? Because there is no break after 50, right? It goes and executes everything. So what we should do now? Put a break here. Clear? But if you go with 20, what will happen now? See, giant wheel, watch girls, both options we are getting. We don't want that break. Sure. G. So this alter invalid token. Clear? So now I'll give 10 invalid token. Clear? Understood? So someone was asking that if it is 100, why it is executing all? You got it? It is because of your code. You had written the code in that way. Okay? If it is 100, you want to execute only one case, then you should write a code in that way. Clear? It doesn't
No,
mean that if you use a switch case,
Vikas,
it works like that. Yeah,
according to the diagram which you drew before, you said that if a
correct.
person pays 100, he should be able to play all the three games.
Yes, he
This
was
one.
playing
So,
Tora, Frog Jump, and Giant Wheel.
so then you should not have a break, right? It was good how it was before, without break.
Correct. Correct. That's what I said. Then the requirement changed, right? He came and said us that he's running in a loss and he don't want everyone to play everything.
Okay.
So for Tora, they have to pay 100 and play. For Frog Jump, they have to pay 50 rupees and pay. For Giant Wheel, they have to give 20 rupees and pay. So now he's earning
Okay.
170 rupees if the person want to play all.
Right.
Getting?
Yeah.
So previously he was earning 100 if the person want to play everything,
Right.
right? So just like that. That was just an example to
Right.
give
Right.
you
I
just to
get it.
make you understand it.
So, whatever is under the switch token, all of
Hmm.
those will execute.
If you
Meaning,
don't put
if
a break,
right. Okay.
if you put a break, after executing that respective case, it will just come out.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other question, guys? See, some people will think like this. Okay, 100 is greater, so it should be the first case. 50 is smaller than 100, so it should be the second case. Nothing like that. Okay, there is no order required. Wherever you want, you put the case. Okay, put 50 here only. Okay, it will execute only that case. Case need not to be in a order, guys. Remember that. I just wrote it just to make you understand the switch case first. Now we understood it. So it doesn't mean that default should be first always. Go and keep it here only. Okay,
Now that brings me for another doubt. Sorry.
correct. See,
Now, if
clear?
without the
Yeah.
break, if we did not have a
Hmm,
break, and I
hmm,
bought the token for 50, then how
hmm.
will it not run the 100?
It will run. It's your
But
code.
it should not because I paid only 50. No, I don't. I'm
50,
talking about the without break
correct, correct.
scenario.
I understand. 50 is a token that you know, I know because we are intelligent people. And we know that 50 is a token. But how does computer know that? Correct. So computer don't know. Whatever you write, it will just go ahead and execute. See now, if I remove this break, okay, it is least concern what exactly you are giving. It will directly come here, case 50. Okay, what are all below this, it will go ahead and execute it. Okay, so don't take my example so seriously. Okay, I just wanted to convey like just to grab your interest on switch case. I brought you this example, but the workflow of switch case is like that. That's why I said you the order doesn't matter. Clear, the token value order doesn't matter. Whatever the token you want, you can just give it. Clear, or do you have still any confusions?
I am actually confused. So what if I want to execute only two out of the two? So for example, I want to execute only 20 and 50, but my
Okay,
token is 50.
okay.
So what should it execute? Do you mean to say it will
Then
execute the
remove
100
break.
also?
No, then remove break after 50. So now it will
No,
execute these two.
you remove the break from all actually. Let's go back to the how it was before without break. Okay,
Okay.
now if my token is 100,
Hmm.
what will execute?
It will
All
give
the
you
three?
one. No. Okay, just see the control. Flow of the program will go directly here. Okay, it will execute only that line. There is nothing below here,
Okay.
right? This value doesn't matter, guys.
Execute
This
only the
50,
100, nothing below 100.
nothing. See, don't worry about this figure. So just see the code. Token value is 100, so can directly goes to case 100. So is there anything below this? Nothing. So nothing will get executed. Got it? So now
Oh,
let me go to case 20. So the control directly goes to case 20. Is there anything below it? Yes, there is something below it. It will just go ahead and execute that.
okay.
Got it?
Okay. Then if it is a program something like this, then I think order will matter. I think I should have the 100 on the top. Suppose.
Exactly. Exactly. If the requirement is in that way, then yeah, order matters.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Clear everyone? So if you are getting confused, I can just keep it in an order way. This doesn't make any difference. Still, just keep it. Okay, there are some people, okay, very smart people, they will do like this. Okay, Vikas have said, okay, so things will work beautifully, whichever order you want. They'll keep default here and they will give 20, 10, okay, and they will run. It's telling invalid token, play, Tora. Then you will sit and scold me, right? So this guy have thought as nonsense. It's not nonsense, it's your responsibility. Put a break here after this. Okay, so it should not execute anything else after that. Now you execute invalid token. Clear? If the default is the last statement, then don't want a break. It automatically comes out. But if you are writing default as the first statement, then there should be a break, or else it will execute the other statements. Clear? Got it? See,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are all the things they will tweak in the interview. They'll just write default first and they will ask what is the output now. You're more concerned about default and you will think when does default will work? Okay, nothing is there. Okay, so then you'll see the break inside the case, but you'll not see the break with the default. That is important, guys. So you should also see break is there for default or not. If it default is the last statement, then no issue. Okay, but if it is other than that, then you should think of. Clear, everyone? Okay, so now write a program for these things. WAP, write a program. Okay, WAP stands for write a program. Okay, write a program to find the percentage. Okay, so and declare the result. So you guys already know how to find a percentage. It is scored marks divided by total marks into 100. Okay, if percentage greater than 80, first class, sorry, distinction. If percentage is greater than 60, else failed. Okay, so write a program to calculate BMI and print the results with justification. Justification means I want like is it obese or is it underweight or overweight. So you can give your so normal BMI is normal. It's coming up here, right? You can see. So I want this type of operation. Yeah, anyways, if you Google, you'll get the formula. Okay. So if your BMI value is this, okay, I want you to write this program. Okay, if the person recharges 150 rupees, I want you to give a discount of 2.5%. If he recharges for 200, 5.5%. If he recharges for 250, I want you to give one subscription for 7.8. Okay, this is a quite tricky question. Write a program to find whether the given number is odd or even. If the number is even, okay, tell whether it is divisible by 6 or not. Okay, first you have to see whether that number is divisible, sorry, even or not. If it is even, then you need to tell whether that is divisible by 6 or not. Okay, so work on all these assignments, guys.
Uh, what do
Okay,
you, what do you mean by the declare the result? Is it means that print the result?
yes, print the result. Correct, print the result.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So any confusions or any questions you have, any doubt you have?
No, so far good.
Cool.
I have to study a bit, otherwise it won't be clear.
Yeah,
And if I have something, I'll ask you tomorrow.
sure, sure, sure. So if you have any program, so any problem like while writing a program, right?
Mhm.
So you can ping me in the WhatsApp, but please send a complete screenshot of a program first. Don't
Uh,
send me only the error line screenshot, please, guys. Complete program screenshot I want when you are facing a problem. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp number. Okay, it's on the chat window. Clear? So complete screenshot I want when you are facing a problem.
is
Clear?
it is it a US number or India number?
It's India number
What is the country code?
+91.
+91. Okay, thank you.
Okay, clear, guys? Any questions or any concern or any doubt you have? Cool. Okay, then. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Have a nice sleep.
You too. Thanks.
But please practice before you sleep, okay? Don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.